Hi, my name's Brianna Tittle. I'm 24 years old. I am currently attending Arizona State University to get my bachelor's in early childhood and special education. I am working at an elementary school right now and as an instructional assistant for the special education classroom. Reflecting back on my development as a child, I would say a lot of my development would come from the environmental factors that I was put in and the disadvantages and adversity I faced coming from a single low income family. Um, Eventually, as I grew up, I was able to sort of get out of that and see the privilege of what others had. Um, yeah, I would say like growing up in that environment, I was able to understand like many disadvantages people go through um, and people face due to social and environmental factors, um, as well as acknowledging the privilege that people have. I would say I try to approach my life without implicit bias. I know, um, as we learned in the modules, that it's a subconscious thought. So we all have some implicit bias somewhere or another. Um, Something that really stuck with me in that module was the TED Talk that Verna Myers had, and she basically stated that acknowledging bias is what is important, and being uncomfortable is something that we have to do to, um, you know, become comfortable with each other. And that's something that really stuck with me and something I'm trying to work towards myself with having those discussions. I'm pursuing a career in early childhood and special education. What inspired me to go into the career was that I had a friend that worked at a daycare, and I was currently unemployed at the time, and she asked me if I wanted to interview with them, and I said yes, of course. And so that's where it began. I fell in love with the kids and the students, and then progressively like got into school. So yeah, I think the career that I'm taking will definitely have an impact on the community as we learn in um, other modules about human development, especially Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory and the five systems, that child development really occurs in a microsystem. So that is very influential on my side because I will be an educator and playing a huge role in a child's microsystem, which is a big impact on their development and what they do when they're older. Thinking about my like educational goals, I'm going to pursue my bachelor's degree, um, learning about the steps it takes. I know when I get my bachelor's degree, I'm going to have to complete student teaching, which I'm already in, so that's already checked off. And then I'll have to get certified and get my teaching license. So those are a couple steps that I know I'll have to take, which I will pursue. um, in 3 years, I really want to just be in a classroom. I've been working and going to school for a long time, so I kind of want to take a break on going to school. But I'm hoping in 5 years that I'll be able to go back and get my master's. And then in 10 years, I would like to network with other instructors. I'll be more experienced, more knowledgeable on everything. So be able to continue and grow in education and hopefully um, influence or redesign the education system, because as we know, there's a bit of a problem with it, and how we're educating students now is not very proper. um, and then I'd also like to talk about how, like, I will always be continuing to develop professionally. Especially, I want to reflect back on a past module we had where we worked on our continual professional development plans, and I hope to revisit that in the future once I completed all of the steps I need to do in order to be a education teacher. And then I'd just like to add that, you know, I've been working as an instructional assistant for a little over a year now, and I've faced a lot of challenges, but I'm just grateful to be surrounded by a great team, and they're always very supportive of everything I do, and I learn and grow from them every single day. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys, for the semester.